So let's dive into the number that God gave me yesterday, which was the number 507. I was literally sitting in this chair and I had drifted off into a sleep like for like a couple of seconds. And there were some other things inside of the vision, but I can't recall those things. And I believe that God did that on purpose. He is not allowing me to recall it to my mind because I was literally trying to figure it out, but I can't. Nevertheless, 507 is a number. And so when I was looking into what 507 meant, 507 represents, um, in the Greek aspect of the word, or in the Greek context of the word, it represents above, upward, on high, right? In the Hebrew context of the word, it is associated with the word ephah, alpha, something like that, right? It's E-L-P, it's E-L-E-P, okay? With some accents and things over the top. So check that out for yourselves, okay? But it is associated with the meaning a city of territory of Benjamin, okay? Meaning 1,000, meaning thousand, okay? So 507 represents thousand, and it also represents above and upward and on high, okay? And so I just began to look up the word thousands, trying to see what words are associated with this word. With this number, just digging a little bit deeper. Sometimes you got to dig a little deeper. And so what came in my spirit while I was looking today was, you are above and not beneath. Why? I don't know. So, well, not why. I don't know, because that's like not true. Because the number 507 represents upward. Okay. And so I'm like, what scriptures are associated with upward, above, on high, But I heard above and not beneath. Okay. So that leads me to, or had led me to, Deuteronomy, not Deuteronomy. I'm lying. It led me to Exodus 18. Okay. Now, when it led me to Exodus 18, it also led me to Exodus 18 all the way down to 26, 27, should I say. Main verses 21 and 25. Now, am I going to read that? I think I want to dive into that with you guys, just to kind of break it down. And we're going to highlight the word thousands, or the word thousand. And then I'm going to circle back and give you guys what I believe the Lord is speaking in this time and in this moment through the number 507, through the scriptures that He's just given. And then we done, y'all. We done. Okay, so it says Exodus 18, chapter, verse 21. And it says, moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men. I need y'all to hold on to the able men. Able men such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. 22, and it says, and let them judge the people at all seasons, and it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge thee. They shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden of thee, the burden with thee. 23, if thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law and did all that he said. 25, and Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. 26, and they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought to Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land. That's good. That's good. That's good. So, what the Lord is saying out of this, so remember the number 507, which means upward, above, on high, right? Um, and I told you to highlight because these are the main verses 21 and 25. Okay? But all of it has validity. It all ties in together. It all makes sense, of course, according to the scriptures, okay? What God is doing in the season, he is raising up children of God, men and women abroad, that are going to be above, they're going to literally live up to above and not beneath. Okay? Above and not beneath. Above and not beneath. You know that scripture where God is the first, you are the first and the last, not God. You are. I mean, God is, but you are above and not beneath. You are the head and not the tail. And bop, 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 right? You know the scripture I'm paraphrasing right now. Go check out the word for yourself. And even circle back to Deuteronomy chapter 18, 21 through 27 also. Okay? And it says, moreover, this is what the Lord is doing. This is what the Lord is doing. Hear me when I say this is what the Lord is doing. If this word is for you, then you're going to catch it in the spirit. You don't even got to wonder. Okay? So I believe that this word is twofold. God is placing leaders in position to be able to send out men, but he's also raising leaders up because he can trust them. Okay? And so this is what I mean. According to 21, chapter 18, verse 21 of Exodus, it says, moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people. Now, there are many people. There have been many people who might qualify in man's eyes. But God is orchestrating wisdom out of these leaders to send forth people that are able men, meaning they can do the work, such as God-fearing. They know the Lord. These will not be men who are teeter-totter, and men and women. When I say men, I speak of the of mankind. They won't teeter-totter with, oh, I'm spiritual. Oh, I'm of the Lord. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm of that. Oh, I'm a starseed. Oh, I'm the. No, no, no. They won't waver in what they believe. They won't waver in their faith. These men will be able men. They will be able to get the job done. They will be men of God, men of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, such as fear God, men of truth. They will tell the truth and not lie. They will know the truth, and the truth shall set them free, meaning truth as unto the word, not as unto worldly wisdom, although they may know truth and worldly wisdom also, but because they know the truth of God, that's going to supersede any wisdom or any truth that might try to trump that, okay? Then it says, hating covetousness, meaning they're going to be content and okay with the things that God has blessed them with. Forget what somebody else has. Man, I'm not even worried about that. I don't want your stuff. I want what's due to me. I want what God has for me. I don't need any of that. What I got is solid, okay? And then it says, and such place over them, meaning, and now because I am that type of man, I'm going to have that type of position. So God is blessing that man, those men, those women to be in position because we're not worried about your stuff. We know God. We know truth. And we're going to operate in such. And we're going to move accordingly. To be rulers over thousands. God is making you ruler over thousands and 50s and hundreds of people and tens of people because I'm qualified. I'm qualified. I was chosen amongst many. Chosen amongst men. Why? Because I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. Why? Because you are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. You are the first and the last, my God. And you shall judge. You will now be able to be in a position to judge righteously according to the word, because God knows that you can handle the job. God knows that you are going to do it in a just manner. God knows that it ain't going to be no big eyes, no little U's, but it's going to be everything that God says, and you will move and flow out of the truth, out of the wisdom of God, not caring about what man has or had, but caring about the kingdom and the people accordingly, according to the word. That's good. And then it says, Moses chose Abel. This is for the leaders. This is what I mean when I say 2 4 word. God is raising up, or not even raising, he is putting in position men of valor that are able and will be able to scope out who is who. Okay? Scope out who is who. Whether you are the person that's doing the sending or you are the person that is being sent. God is doing it. You will know who you are. This word will resonate. And let me tell you, because of your obedience, you will be blessed. It says, and Moses chose able men out of all Israel and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of 10. God is doing it right now because it's time. He can trust you. And he can trust you not just to judge people based off of what they got on or what they look like or what their past look like or what they sound like or what you heard, because people somehow don't know how to use wisdom because they don't know how to discern who's who. They don't know how to draw a line in the sand. God's like, skirt, nope, I'm circling back. I'm going to use this one, that one, and this one to do this, that, and the third. I'm going to make them the ones who are sending, and then I'm going to send out the ones who are willing and able and trustworthy to do the job. That's what God is doing in this season. I don't know exactly where you fall, but catch this word in the spirit. You fall somewhere in there if you are a righteous one. And if by chance God can trust you with something. And if by chance you don't care about what man says or whatever, or the stuff that man can give, because guess what? God gives blessings beyond blessings. But guess what? So does the enemy. And when the enemy gives blessings, let me tell you how. You should not care about what man thinks or what man feels. Why? Because all blessings don't come from God. All wisdom does not come from God. All positions of leadership does not come from God. God is placing you in a place of leadership because he can trust you. You are wise. You operate in truth and you know him. Lastly, you ain't caring about what somebody else got because you are content with what the Lord is doing for you, in you, and through you. And therefore, you qualify to move accordingly and judge righteously because God can trust you. I'm your girl, Danny Royal. I think that was good. God gave me that. Oh, that was good. Remember the word 507. The number 507. Hide that in your heart. Take that back to the Lord in prayer. Take this word back to the Lord in prayer. Take me back to the Lord in prayer. God is doing a new thing. And remember, you are the first, not the last. Let me get that right. You're the first, not the last. You're above and not beneath. You're the head and not the tail. God is doing a switcheroo on us, okay? On you, on me. And it's about to go down. It's about to go down. And I'm here for all of it. Now, clock that to you. Crown up. I thought I was done. But real quick, I was about to edit out this video. But I got something real quick in the reading, right? And what it said was that it says, I'm going to read 22 just real quick. I'm going to circle back. And it says, and let them judge the people at all seasons. You're going to be equipped to judge at all seasons, right? But then it says, and it shall be that every matter shall they bring unto thee, and every small matter shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. I would like to highlight bear the burden with thee. God is choosing you because you are a burden bearer. You are a man and woman of truth. You are a man or woman of integrity. You are a man or woman with character. You are a man or woman who has relationship over religion. But let me just highlight burden bearer. Because in this time, God is raising up a people to draw people, because the enemy has, in so many instances, tried to wear out the saints. And God's like, no, I'll never leave one man as an island. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send help, and I'm going to send righteous judgment to judge here on earth. Not because man thinks that they qualify, but because God has qualified and equipped you to do the job. Now clock that T. All right, and I'm done. And I'm done. And I'm done. And I'm done. All right, y'all.